Apparently I'm not as prepared as I thought I was. I got a funny anecdote story for you guys today. So yesterday, I headed out with the Raptor. I wanted to go out, do some off-roading, kind of test some of the new things I had put on there, that bed protector, see if it was going to rattle out of place. And so I get all the way out there. It takes a while to get there, get back in there, and now I want to spend some time there recording a video, setting up my cameras, all that stuff. But I guess I drank too much coffee, maybe ate too much beef jerky, because as soon as I got out there, my tummy was a grumbling, right? And I'm like, no way I'm packing up, driving out of here, going somewhere. I needed to go. I needed to go to the bathroom. So right now I'm in the Jeep. And I've had the Jeep for years. And obviously I've done a lot of stuff, camping, hiking, off-roading, camping, off-roading, overlanding, stuff like that. And I've got my gear in here, shooting. So I always have water, food. I have all the stuff. I really tried to set this thing up to where, honestly, I could just jump in it and go do something and not really worry if I had, a couple bottles of water for the day or whatever it would be. Toilet paper. This isn't a toilet paper joke. Well, it kind of is, but it isn't. I always put toilet paper in a 1-gallon Ziploc bag in my vehicles, and since I just got that vehicle, I didn't do that. And I didn't set up a bag or take my bag from this vehicle, which has all that kind of stuff in it. Food, water, paper towels, hand cleaner, toilet paper, all that stuff. Knife, folding knife, fixed blade knife, cooking stuff. That's what I have in this duffel bag in here. The essentials to keep in your vehicle. So I had to go to the bathroom, no toilet paper. I had couple little cheap Walmart bath towels in there. I was just going to cut it up and use that. I didn't have my pocket knife with me because, whatever. Name your excuse. My excuse is I carried in my right hand pocket where I carry my keys. Every time I reach in for keys, I bust a knuckle. It's this knife. This is the one I've been carrying lately. It's a zero tolerance knife. It's it's stainless steel, and it's got the clip and some G10 scales on this side, and you run your hand in there. So in other pants, I have a dedicated knife holder that sits between, like on your hip, rather than in your pocket. But I'm just wearing jeans, and I was wearing jeans yesterday. So that's my excuse, which, forget about excuses. So I can't cut up the towel. Now I'm pissed at myself, and I have to go to the bathroom. So luckily, someone smarter than me had a box of Kleenex in there, and someone smarter than me has put in a little spray sanitizer for your hands, because if you go in somewhere, when you come out, sanitize your hands, get in your vehicle and do your thing. So thank God someone who lives with me is definitely smarter than me. So I was able to use the Kleenex and the hand sanitizer, made the video, went home. Last night, I'm pretty mad at myself. I'm stewing and brewing, and I was watching some YouTube videos of some Australian, they don't call it overlanding, they call it like extreme touring or something like that. Those guys are awesome, super fun to watch. I wish I could go there and off-road with them in the Jeep, but it's kind of like on the other side of the world and equator. But it got me thinking, hey, after that, you better check. I want to go through the Jeep. I want to check and see, is this thing equipped like I think it is? And also, those guys were doing a lot of winching, because they were doing some good off-roading, some real off-roading, not like a lot of the things that are done in the States here. What's claimed to be overlanding is more pavement driving and mall crawling. But so after seeing them winch a lot in their video, I'm like, you know what? It's been years since I've used my winch, and I've got the winch that has a remote. It's a wireless controller. So I better charge that thing up. So I came out this morning to the Jeep, went to the glove box where I know is where I put it. It's not there. Now I'm pissed. Now I'm pissed at myself. I'm like, what the heck? I look in the two little bags that I have, the little roll cage mounted bags that sit back here. And I'm just feeling around in there, nothing, not in there. hoses, inflator, deflator, some straps, you know, tie downs, different things like that. Not a whole lot of junk in there. So now I've gone from pissed to concerned because since the last time I've used this thing, I've actually moved twice, two different times. So it's not like I said, oh, I pulled it out, I went in to charge it, so it's sitting over there where I do all that. No, I've moved, and now I'm here, and I have no idea where it's at. So I went from pissed to very concerned. So I thought I better come out and make a video about not being as prepared as you think you are and being complacent and lacking discipline. So I put the camera bag in there, decided to take one of those bags, dump it out. I found it. It was in one of the roll bar bags where the tire inflator and deflate. It's like tools for the thing. So I'm charging it now. I wanted to spool it out, make sure everything's working okay, double check my rope, make sure it's okay after years. I keep it covered. But the moral of this story is, as prepared as I think that I am, I didn't even have a knife with me. I have my gun, you know, I have my wallet, my keys. In this vehicle, I have a vehicle, I used to carry, it used to be a backpack. I changed it to a duffel bag, and it's not a bug out bag. It's not a get home, get up, go down, inside out bag. It's not a boogaloo or any of that stuff. It's a vehicle bag that carries water, some dehydrated meals. It has a titanium cup to boil water in, to cook in, to heat water in. It's got the utensils, it's got some tools, a fixed blade, a folding blade, toilet paper, paper towels, orange pumice hand sanitizer, the basics, right? There's nothing in there like guns or anything like that to where I would be concerned about leaving in the vehicle. It's basic stuff from an outdoor store. But it's stuff that if I broke down, I got a flat, somewhere out here, I could sustain myself until I could get someone to come assist me. So I didn't do any of that stuff yet for the Raptor. And there's no excuse for that. You can say, well, you just got it. That's fine. Then if you're not going to do that, don't go out here. Don't come out in the middle of nowhere. Don't go out somewhere solo with not being equipped. That was my complacency and my lack of discipline. In my head, I think I was kind of thinking that, yeah, I do this stuff all the time. I'm golden. Well, this is what I was doing it in all the time, was the Jeep. And this thing for years, as soon as I got it, I started to equip it with the bare essentials. And I've always, as I used it, I would replenish it or I would change it out, try new things out. So in this, yes, I can hop in. There's multiple flashlights, there's batteries, there's knives, there's food, there's water, there's blankets, towels, everything in here that I would need in case something happened. That's the thing. You don't know when something's going to happen. So being prepared means that you're always prepared, not just, oh, I'm going to go out. You know, what if I was driving, you know, down and I got a flat tire and no one was coming by and I had no cell service? I might have to sit there for a while. And maybe I was thirsty already and you need to have water. Every time I get in here, I bring water with me. I don't just count on the fact that there's water in there. It's a backup. So no excuse to come out here without that. So I'm going to put together another duffel bag like this one to put in the Raptor. So if I decide to go out, you know, I think I prepare myself on my body pretty good, my everyday carry stuff, but honestly, pretty lazy when it comes to the pocket knife. Because most of the time I try out fixed blades and all that stuff in here. And being that it's, you know, my excuse of putting it in the pocket and scratching my hand with it is kind of lame, to be honest with you guys. But I have it today. I always carry my gun with me because you never know. I came out, there was a herd of cattle back there that were looking at me funny when I was driving up. You never know. I'm just hoping that maybe sharing a story like this is maybe uninteresting as it is, that if I could just help one of you guys out there out with not making the same mistake that I did, especially today when we're actually in a situation that you got to be mindful of. This isn't a scenario, a fictional scenario. There's a real thing going on. And if I'm out doing this stuff and making mistakes now, that's just dumb. But I'm going to learn from my mistakes. And that's why I'm going through this vehicle today. Gonna make sure the winch and do all the stuff that I probably should have been doing on a more routine basis. And I'm gonna put together a small little car duffel bag. You know, it's like the old things where you had flares and stuff like that. It's nothing big, but it's very vital if you get yourself in a situation. Or you're out here and you have to go to the dang bathroom. You need to be able to wipe your butt and clean your hands. I can do that in here. I've got multiple rolls in here of varying sizes and usages. Always put it in a Ziploc bag though, you guys, because it'll get dirty if it's rolling around, and then you're like, you don't want to unspool it to get rid of the dirty. You know what I'm saying. Anyway, hope this was interesting. Maybe you guys got something out of it. That's really my main goal for this. So that's it for me. Thanks for watching.